So Randy, why don't you come forward at this time? As you know, here at St. John Vianney, one of the blessings we have is that we do have Eucharistic adoration. It isn't quite perpetual, but we continue to work there. Right now, I think we begin on Sunday at 1 o'clock, and we go through Saturday morning till about 8 o'clock a.m. So we continue to work on making it perpetual, 24 hours of the day, 7 days of the week, but all things in time. We had somebody speak 2 or 3 years ago, so we've asked Randy to come up and just share with us his experience of what it is like to pray before Jesus in adoration. So, Randy, we thank you for being with us, and we ask God's blessings upon you.
Thanks. Good evening. I love it. Right before I came up here, my son looked at me and says, "You nervous?" I said, "Yeah, a little bit." But thanks for this opportunity. I was, like Father said, asked to just say a few words about adoration in my personal journey that has me here, which is talking to you about adoration. For those who don't know me, my name is Randy Quiring, and I'm married to my beautiful wife, Kelly, and we have 5 great kids: Jordan, Quincy, Noah, Wyatt, Rhea, and we even have a granddaughter named Shayla. I'm a dad first and foremost, but we're also very proud Catholics. This summer I had a little curveball thrown at me. It's called cancer. And of all places, the tumor was right on my right eye. And I know there's some of you out there, but anybody who's been diagnosed with cancer knows what happens when you're told this. It brings you to your knees. The good thing is I belong to this parish in this town, and there's been a lot of you that have asked me, "How you doing?" You asked me, "How's my eye?" And I'll tell you all that at the very end of this. But I'm very grateful for all your support. Shortly after my diagnosis, there was a notice in the bulletin regarding openings of times available for adoration. I had thought about signing up in the past, but didn't think I had an hour to give. Plus, Kelly goes every week, so that should be good enough for me too, shouldn't it? I mean, think about it. But imagine thinking you had 1 hour to give up. I called Deacon Ed, and I signed up and started going to adoration. 1 hour per week in what I now call the quickest and best hour of my week. 1 hour of my time each week has changed my life. 1 hour per week to sit in a room with Jesus. I mean, you just don't get a better audience than that. At the time I started going to adoration, I was confused, sad, tearful, and even a little scared. Each week I've asked for strength from God, and He has listened, because I'm no longer fearful, but I'm a fighter. And I'm asking God to use me as an example of how faith and trust in Him can get us through anything. I wouldn't be able to stand up here today if it wasn't for my one-on-one time with Jesus in adoration. I realize it's hard to consider 1 hour of time for adoration. I get it. But if you do, I will guarantee that you will have a happier and more fulfilled life. Don't we all owe our successes to Him? 1 hour of our time, once per week. It's not asking too much. So please consider seeing Deacon Ed or Marcia Farnham and signing up for adoration. It's not an easy decision, and it may be a little inconvenient, but the rewards will last in eternity. So how am I doing? I get asked that all the time, so here's the answers. It's really simple, and adoration had a lot to do with this. Cancer did take my eye, but it also strengthened my faith like never before, strengthened my marriage, strengthened my family life, strengthened my personal life. So it looks like it's Randy 4, Cancer 1, I'm winning. Thank you.
Thanks, Randy. Thanks, buddy. Did Marcia bring a sign-up sheet or no?